What's up, everybody? GreenOnionMan here, coming at you with another sealed only video. Sadly, with but all you guys know, with all this COVID stuff going on, haven't really been able to play with my sealed only deck. But you know what? Decided to beef it up a bit because I know it's still not even close to being competitively viable. And with the new ban list, yeah, I don't know if there's any changes to make because the deck didn't really have anything to begin with. But hopefully we pull a Golden Lord. He'd be fun to use in the deck. It'd just be funny having this pile of dog shit with some expensive ass cards in it. But I also just want this for my collection because I'd love to play this deck in this upcoming format. So without further ado, let's start off with the mystery pack, the weird one. We're just hoping to get chaos cards. Check out the other videos to see how the deck's coming along. We have a lot of unoptimal stuff in there, so hopefully make a lot of changes this time. And let me know in the comments what other things you think I should be doing during this outbreak, because I can't really go out and play out locals, but I'd love to keep making content. So just comment any ideas you guys got. Let's see, first off, Solid Soldier. This is actually the second one we've gone in. Kind of funny, maybe we'll play Heroes. Aw, come on. Alright, well, everybody sees this on camera. I'm gonna look through this still, but it was obviously tampered with. I'm kind of happy I'm opening this on camera. This was obviously already opened. So let's see what card is missing. If any of them are missing, that is very, very disheartening. Yeah, I am not paying. I am gonna get a refund on this pack, I will say. Are any of the other packs tampered with? That's really... If I pull the nuts, maybe I won't. Now I just feel like all of these in here might be... Well, I have this on video. I will at least get this pack refunded, because that is some BS. And we get nothing. We got the Breaker, the Dark Magic Warrior. Probably not playing this. Alright, we'll put the rares and the foils and then the rest of the cards. I'm pretty upset about that mega pack. This pack feels weird. Or am I just tripping now? Okay, I think this one might be fine. Okay, it doesn't look like there's any glue or anything. Very unfortunate. We got Area Zero, Rhoda. Oh, we got a tomato. I actually wanted to play that. And two of the vampire cards. You know, with how, guess we can put these right there. Just move the comments off the screen. No one cares about them anyway. Yeah, so far, nothing too exciting, I'd say. We still have the most important packs to go, though. I'm really upset that that Mega Tin pack was previously open. It was just obvious that it was going to get a bad card at that point. Lone Fire Blossom, Pyramid of Wonder, Kazashi, and Eldorado Adelantado. Oh, baby. Yeah, maybe we'll switch this into some sort of chaos zombie kind of deck. That's what I'm thinking. That sounds like a lot of fun. You know, can we just pull a Golden Lord to... You know, if we pull a Golden Lord, I probably won't even care if by returning that pack. I think that would be enough to make my day. You know, if you want, let me know in the comments where you guys are planning on playing this upcoming format. Ooh, Judgment, that's really good. Is Analyzer one of the good ones? I don't know. I'd pop off if it was the good one, but I don't know if it is. I don't think it's one of the good ones. You know what is one of the good ones? I'll put Solemn Judgment on the side, because that's a for sure going in. With my card quality right now, something like Judgment is a gift of God. I just hope I get to pull the Golden Lord so I get to play his special theme song in the video. That would be nice. We got Kanzashi, Polonus, Rose Lover, and the Researcher. Oh, that's one of the good ones. That's pop. I think those are like $40 or something. Sicko mode. I'm pretty sure that's one of the good ones. If it is, well, I'm selling that just to go back into this deck because I am not gonna be running any rocks. Any rock boys. Okay, we got a Rose Lover, Miracle, Adamantipator, something, Rock Bombardment, and Mudon. I think this is one of the bad ones. Hey, if Researcher is a good pull, then not that bad. I really wish, man, that Mega Pack could add something good, but it was a fucking scaled one. Not scaled, but someone sliced into that one. That's pretty lame. Can we end with a Golden Lord? That would be so hype. Kokimaru something, Marina, Rika, Kokimaru Wall, and another fairy thingy. Alright, well, I'll be back in a second to show you guys the changes on the deck. Alright guys, before we get into the deck profile, I just wanted to show you guys the changes we're making. These 4 did not make the cut. As you can see, they're not very good cards, but at least some of these will help out the deck a lot, like Judgment's just one of the best traps in the game, very strong. We got a Mystic Tomato, we got a lot of targets for Tomato. We have about 3 that are pretty decent, so that's going to be nice for consistency's sake. And we also got some utility with reinforcing the army, allowing us to search out our Dark Grepher for combo, try to get into our Chaos Engine, or just to search out our DD Warrior, I think his name is, or DD Assailant. I forgot his name, but he's the one that banishes. And we added this guy just because he shares the Dark Spellcaster synergy with a lot of the deck. Without further ado, let's finally get into this profile. First off, we have our deck's 3 boss monsters, Slifer the Sky Dragon, Blackluster Soldier, and Orbital Highlander. The only monster that I read multiple copies of is Luna the Dark Spirit, which I pulled 2 of. But even then, it should never really come up that you can't summon this guy, as long as you have 5 monsters in grave. This is pretty much just Highlander. BLS, amazing card still, very strong. You know, attacks twice if it kills something. It could banish a monster, very strong. And I don't know if I'm able to summon this, but Slifer, you know, if I can get him out, that'd be really fucking hype, but I do not particularly think I'll ever summon this. I'll probably get cut before I even summon him once, but we'll see. I believe in Slifer boy. And some of our dark monsters, we got a Mystic Tomato, which has a few targets. I'll bring them up when they come by. 2 Lunas. It's a nice special summon by banishing a dark monster from your graveyard during your opponent's standby phase, or during your standby phase, and inflicts 500 damage to your opponent, which can actually be relevant if it stays up on the board. Maybe you can cheese out a win. Another nice little extender, Edgem Sabers. He special summons from the graveyard by placing a card from your hand on top of the deck, which is nice. You can put a brick on top and then activate a search card just so you can get that shuffle. Clear Karibo, our first one of our first light monsters coming into this, is just a nice little stall card. Didn't have very good light monsters, so you play with the best that you can get. We got a Sangan. This is one of the tomato targets, probably the best one since it can float out of a tomato, and if they kill it, it floats into another card. You know, the meta is pretty fast, but against certain decks, that might be able to be enough. Those 2 attacks I survive. And 1 Storm Cipher. This is just a nice beater. You not only can attack extra monster zone monsters, but you know, almost every deck summons things in the extra monster zone. Almost everything plays links. That's a nice 2400 beater on normal summon. Got Gizmic Yada. There's one of the better light monsters that I pulled. I'll let you tribute a normal summon monster to special summon this, and it's a nice 2050 beater. DG Patrol Plane, another nice card. During the end phase, if this card's banished and was banished this turn, I can banish 1 card from my hand, field, or grave to special summon it. So I can banish this off of Blackluster Soldier and then just bring it back by banishing another card in the grave. It could help fix for the Orbital Highlander. If you have double Luna in grave, you can use him to banish the other Luna to get your Orbital life, which is nice. A Dark Grepher. probably the best target for Rhoda. Gets my play started. Lets me dump a GD Patrol Plane and Edge Sabers to the graveyard. Gives me access to Link 2s. Another great Rhoda target, GD Warrior. And if it battles after damage calc, it banishes this card and the monster that it battled. So this is nice to get rid of problematic monsters, and I have the utility to search it off of Reinforcement, which is very nice. Let's get into the spellcasters. We have the one I just added, Breaker. If he's normal summon, he gets 3 counters, and I can remove a counter to pop a spell or trap, and he gains 400 for each counter. So he's just a nice beat stick that gets rid of back row. I play a lot of spellcaster cards, so nice to have the synergy. Then we have our Summoner of Illusions. I'll show you the targets when I go through the extra deck. There's only like one valid target for him, but when he flips, I contribute a monster to special fusion monster from the extra. And another part of the Chaos Engine is our Chaos Sorcerer, which is he's a dark spellcaster. He has a synergy with some cards coming up. And we got these. We got our Lemon Magician Girl, Apple Magician Girl, and Chocolate Magician Girl. Chocolate is by far the best one. You can pitch a spellcaster to draw a card. So that's why we try to keep a high spellcaster count to try to siphon through the bad ones to get into our Chaos Engine. And it gets the Chaos Engine live as well, which is a nice loot effect. And we play the homies. We got Dark Magician Girl and Dark Magician. They're some of the best dark spellcasters that I pulled, so you gotta put them in. And they have a synergy with some cards coming up, which is nice. Surprise kept this card in mainly because it is a light spellcaster. I do not have a lot of good light monsters at all, so I just wanted to keep the light count high. And this also has the utility to be pitched off of Chocolate Magician Girl, so at least she has a spellcaster tag, which helps her out. And that's it for the monsters. Let's get into the trap cards. To start our trap lineup, we have Eradicator, Epidemic Virus. If I win any games, it'll literally just be through Eradicator Cheese turn 1. A lot of decks actually just auto lose to Eradicator, which is nice, so hopefully I can get a cheeky win with this. Solemn Judgment, amazing trap card, just says no to anything. Happy that card's at 3. And we got our Black Horn of Heaven. This stops special summons. If a monster would be when your opponent will special summon a monster, negate the special summon and destroy it. So it's nice to get rid of Exceeds and the like. We got Horn of Heaven. With all of our little shitters, it's nice to have a card that contribute them away to actually do something. So we got our Chaos Horns, which is nice. Storm Dragon's Return, you banish a value monster, you can bring it back, and then it gets bounced to the hand. Or I can bring back like a Sangan, so if it gets killed by battle, it'll float and search. Another nice card. And our last trap is Magician's Defense. While I control a spellcaster, any damage I take is halved. And if they destroy this, I get a spellcaster from the graveyard. So just a nice little stall card. I mainly run it just because if it does get popped, I get to reborn a spellcaster, which is good enough compared to a lot of the other cards we pulled so far. And lastly, the spells. We play one Seal of Orichalcos. Since we rarely use the extra deck, why not play the card that just buffs everything in my deck? We got our Seal. I play one Swords of Concealing Light. It's nice, especially MR5 with all the fusion and Exceed decks coming out. You just flip them all on their asses and then bring out BLS and try to kill them. Got the one Chalice. Happy I pulled this card because it's actually a good spell. Negates a monster effect, quick effect. Really nice. Gold Sark. I kind of want to cut this. It's very slow, but I think this deck really needs anything it can get. Hopefully, if I pull an Upstart out of Secret Slayers, I'd probably just replace the Gold Sark for an Upstart Goblin. And for some of our removal, we have a Fissure. If you're wondering how that's so beat up, I pulled it from one of those, like a Rite Aid, like random mystery card pack, and they had like a first ed, Structure Deck Pegasus Fissure just damaged in there, so I think that was kind of funny. Another one, Smash and Ground. They both don't target, but you can't really choose because they're based on defense and lowest attack for destruction. But at least you don't target, which is nice. And we have our creature swap. You know, most of our deck is dog shit, so might as well try to steal our opponent's shit. And nice card for Dark Spellcasters is the Dark Magical Veil. You know, I can summon the Dark Magicians I pitch or any other Dark Spellcasters, which is very nice. Monster Reincarnation. Since our deck has a lot of bad cards, we want to grab back the good ones, so why not play the Reincarnation? And last but not least, we got our Rhoda. And that wraps up the deck profile. Let me know what you guys think. I'll probably add some YGO Pro footage of this deck in action, try to see if I can squeeze out a win. Thanks for watching the video. Let me know what you guys want to see in the future. And without further ado, peace out, guys.